Hi Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 163. If you're a new friend here coming by to check me out, I hope you like what you see. Subscribe, comment, thumbs up, do the YouTube things. If you're a returning friend, thank you so much for coming back to visit with me this week. We have a bunch to go over. As a reminder, in my description box below, I have my Happy Mail form. So if you want to randomly receive Happy Mail, then go ahead and fill that out. I send out Happy Mail once a month usually, of like, I don't know, 6 to 10 letters. I don't know. I seem to pull from my list, and it's the people that need to hear from me. So I also have a Buy Me a Coffee and a Ko-fi link in the links below, a way to support this channel to help with those mailings and for the giveaway mailings and whatnot. So, and I never mention on here, but my social media information. So it's at janetjabber@gmail.com is the email to get a hold of me, but Janet Jabber on Instagram is where you can find me there. I'm not the best, but I try to be better in regards to posting over there. So let's jump in with a little follow-up from last week. My dear Fran reached out to me and asked me where to make sure that I had the right design company for the featured friend last week of Twisted Willow Designs. So I started digging, and yeah, I can't find that designer anywhere at first, but then I did. So from my research and discovery, Twisted Willow Designs is Bobbi Love. Right here she is. She is the editor of Just Cross Stitch magazine. So I believe she's the new editor that just took over. And just as a quick, I didn't dig out the old magazines, but this is December 2022, and this is her one for this month's for the current Just Cross Stitch magazine. So I had seen, so when I started digging, she's got a couple ornaments, the featured friend from last week, this one, the one that said, I think it's the one that said home and it had your longitude and latitude. So kind of cool to realize that. And I love her. I actually love every one of her stitch pieces that I was able to find. So I hope that answers your question, Fran. It's the best I could find. She's not selling it independently anywhere that I could find. So if somebody else knows something about that, please reach out and let me know so we can share the information along here. All right, one of the favorite segments that people have on here is Featured Friend, and I have had super busy, and I know I have a list, but I didn't do one this week. I apologize. We will get back to that next week. I have like 2 piles here to share with you. And I know I talk fast and we'll go through them fast anyway, but I've just got a lot to try to remember. And so, all right, first off, I am going to show my past finish of my mom's banner. And it is the November one. Look at that turkey. I'm so excited for November. I love Thanksgiving. It's been a love I had to re-get back, but there it is. You can see the specialty stitches. And here it is in the hole. Yeah. So very cool, very cool. I love sharing those on here. A lot of people like hearing about them or seeing it. So there's that. And these next couple pieces are a shout out for, I got a lot to tell you, but Vicky StitchNButton is someone that I saw this weekend, and she was picking on me for like, here's a finish, here's a finish. I do a lot of smalls, so here's a finish for you, Vicky. All right, so I finally finished Hands on Designs Costume Party. That was, I told you I wanted to focus on and get it finished. I'm a little late. I wanted it done in October, but better done than not done. So I will, I don't know how fast I'll work on getting this done. I'll probably be part of Sammy J's finish this December, but my finishes will be finishes instead of cross stitch finishes. So there you go. And I have one more finish for you, Vicky. I promise I won't do that every time. But I did my small for the first week of November. Hello, November. This is, again, another Hands on Designs. Well, hello there series. So I have one more in this series, and that'll be finished also. Very cool. All right. I do have 2 more fully finished just to share with you. They came back for the framer just in time for me to share. So here we go. This is Chester's Place by Whistle Stop Stitcher that I modified the color of the house, and I modified not the animals in the bottom. I put the little paw prints. So this is how it turned out. Oh, I'm so happy with it. I opted for no glass because I wanted to be able to see it better. I also added in who said the quote, and see my little paw prints across there. Yay! So I hope you like that one. And the next finish I have, I am so excited to share. You guys all watched with me on Festive Friday as I stitched it up. And this is my Milk and Cookies from Spooky and Steve on Etsy. And I wanted to tell you before I show you this. Originally, I had, in my head, I just wanted a black frame. And I even went in and saw Barb at Stitch and Frame and just a black frame. And she pulled the black frame like I asked. And then I walked away to do something real quick. I came back and she's like, what about this? And I was like, yes, please. Yes. Yes. I love the red that she chose for this. Oh, it's just perfect. So yeah, I hope you like those. I sure do. I don't know. I love to, I got so many more finishes I need to get done. And that's like I talked about that this weekend with some people and trying to give myself some grace and good information from my head. So, but you're here for the stitching and I will jump into that. So, one more finish for now, but it's what I stitched on this week. It is my Dreaming of Iris, Dreaming of round robin that I'm doing. This one is the Dreaming of Iris. This is Corrin's. The girls that I'm doing this with, I don't have my piece of paper, so off the top of my head, Corrin and Colleen, Hannah Dowling, Bobbi, Pumpkin Creek Primitives, Karla, Craft Addict K. Oh my gosh, your face is in my head right now. I'm putting your name here. I can't believe it. I love you, and I can't think of your name right now. You literally just sent me a message checking on me. It's going to come to me. It's not going to come to me. The newspaper's there. Sorry. Crystal Rowe. Like, your face was here, and you sent me a message. I'm sorry. And Sarah King, my Stitching Kingdom. Whew. I was just... What a struggle. Sorry. I told you. There's a lot in this head this week. Anyway, this is the piece. I love this fabric. This is Grace Notes fabric. And I stitched... I'm holding up right. Yeah. This is my piece. So I stitched this right here. Yay. I love the colors. This is a very fun one. Very fun. So that will be heading back. I think that one heads out to Karla next. Yeah, that's who I send it to, right? Yeah, I send it to Karla. So I will be getting that out in the mail, hopefully this week. It's a busy week around here, but hopefully this week. All right. Another stitch piece that you look forward to seeing every week is my Mira Autumn Queen stitched on the Flyers Gone. You'd think since I say it every week on here, I would remember. But I do not. Collar and Cotton Sparrow. Geez, Janet. My head is going in a million different directions. And I'm sure you saw my cat who was coming to visit with me, and then he saw a bird through the window and had to roll. All right, here is my Autumn Queen. So since you have been with me last, this is hard to do. In the pink, around the pink right here, it's a blend that had to come around, so I worked on that. And if you remember, I was frantically stitching all this white for a retreat that I was going to. I did the bottom side of the stitch so that I could sit there and work on the whisper thread while I was gone. That was a great plan, and it's still a plan, but that whisper thread's a pain in the butt. So here's what, just to give you a close-up of what it looks like once it's done. I got whisper thread to here, and that's still the half stitch. So, yeah. My new plan of action is one thread of whisper stitch for my 30 minutes a day, one thread of whisper stitch, and then go get a color. So we'll see how that goes, but that will take small bites out of that elephant. All right, my next piece that I'm not sure what I updated you on, but we talked about the fact that I didn't really like, I was finished stitching with Playing with Jacks. I finished it, I framed it, and all that jazz. I did not put the shelf on there, and it was bothering me. I was seeing some other floss tubers and they were sitting on the shelf and it just looked so much better. So yeah, I took it apart from the frame piece and I started stitching on it. I didn't get as far as I wanted, but I am super happy, and I've changed all the colors of the things on the bottom. So this is where I'm at. I believe this is Gold Rush from Stitch Me. I've not dug out my old card from where I finished this, but I got those 2 leaves in, and I used a variegated, just a regular number from DMC, a DMC one. I don't know what those things are called. 4129. Do you see that? Yeah, it's DMC's. I don't know what they're called. It's a DMC. I get it from my local store, not from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or anything like that. All right, so I'll keep working along with that. Sarah, my Stitching Kingdom, helped me figure out what color to use for. Well, Sarah and my sister helped me figure out what color to use for the bottom for the shelf. So I got to pull that, and I'll be working on that. That has turned into my thread a day for the month of November. To see how far along on that I get. I had a new start over the weekend. And my new start is the Frosted Pumpkins, the Saying Pumpkin Spice. I did not get a lot done. I got the entire border to meet up if I get props for that at all. So this is it. And I pulled the thread that I gotta start doing the other border because it's a double border. Yep, that's it. I have no idea what this fabric is. I'm pretty sure it's a 28 count something, but no clue. It's the scrap of another piece, and I didn't label it. I do that. So my small pieces are always going to be mystery pieces. So that was a new start. This next one was a fail in the month of November. I told you, you've heard me say it multiple times, a small week. And my small week for the last week of October was my Blackbird Designs stocking. This is it. This is a full coverage stocking. So if you look close, see the white. I'm stitching white on top of white. I did do all the color stitching, and it's just filling in. So again, this one is going to get a thread a day. So I'm going to have, it's going to probably be finished. It better be finished by this time I see you next time. So that is that. And then we're going to get into my weekly stitching that I do, my Mill Hill Monday. This is my Mill Hill Monday that I'm working on. And this is where I'm at on it. Yeah, this direction. This is where I'm at. So another color got put in there. Oh, it's just coming to life. Such gold, beautiful fall colors. So my next one is Wicked Wednesday, and I stitch on this on Wednesdays. And I got the box done, the 13 done, and part of the top of the witch's hat. So happy with that and how that's coming along. The last piece that I have is my Pledge of Allegiance for Festive Friday. Did not get as far on this as I wanted to either. This is stitched on a 32 count Earl Grey by Grace Notes Fabrics. And I had a lovely reach out to me, and they thought I had the America spelled wrong. They thought the C looked like an E, and it's just the font. I was able to zoom in and show her, but I appreciate her reaching out and saying something. So I finished the word America, and I finished the border connecting. I'm off. It stitches up perfectly, but I must have, on my long ride across, I really don't know what I did. Because this lines up perfectly where it's supposed to along with these words, but this is too close. So we'll survive. But so there's 3 more lines of words there, and then so I'll be plugging along at that in the month of November. That's again what I want to get done. So if you're just here to see the stitching, that's all the stitching I have. If you're here to see some goodness that I was blessed with, also if you want to continue and see some goodness that I was blessed with and hear about an amazing week and amazing people, stick around. So first of all, this last week is probably one of the roughest week for me every single year. Well, 2 years ago on Halloween, I lost my dad, and 5 years ago on Halloween was the last time I spoke to my mom. So you can see where like that means death and funerals all at this time. So I'm learning. That's how I'm going to leave that. I'm learning. But on the day after that, so November 1st, I think, is the day that I received a package in the mail from a dear person on here, Stacie. Thank you so much. I received a beautiful little thank you card and a handwritten note in there. And Stacie sent me a blessing, basically to thank me for something I had done for her. And because of my husband's and my love of Halloween, which is why it makes it so hard at this time of the year that all the sadness went on. But she wanted to bless me with a thank you for what I had been kind with her with. So she sent me this little pouch, and it has, so it's the felt inside, and she sent me some Christmas colors. She said she picked the theme on it because of the Halloween love that we have. And inside the front, I'm clipping it. Inside the front here, you can see there's a seam ripper, pair of scissors, and there's a little Ort bag. Oh my gosh, I literally started crying again when this came in. But there's a little Ort bag to sit on, and this thing has an additional pocket in here. I absolutely love this, Stacie. I can see like wanting more of these now that I have like seen in person, and I'm super excited to try these. These scissors are open all the time, and they like do most of the work for me. That's cool. So I can't wait to check those out and have those. I love every thoughtful thing in regards to this. So thank you very much, Stacie, for blessing me with that. The next thing I have are a few blessings from my weekend. I was at Stitching in the Springs over in Yellow Spring, Ohio, and there was probably there wasn't 50 of us, but there was more than 40 of us. I don't know. I don't know the exact number. I didn't ask. But my table that I sat at, I'm gonna pop a picture in here. My table I sat at, Joni is, hopefully you know some of these people and you can figure out how I'm going through this. Joni is sitting there at the very front of the table. I believe it's a red like jacket that she's got on. And then there's Sammy J. There is Sarah from My Stitching Kingdom. There's me, my sister Annette. And then there's Jessie from Jessie Does Stuff. And Gina, who is the BFF of the person she's sitting next to, Vicky from StitchNButton. They have been best friends since they were 15 years old. I had so many belly laughs, so much goodness. I'm so blessed that they opened their arms and welcomed my sister and I in. And they even have a tradition to, when they get together, to give each other goodie bags, and they didn't exclude us. So Sarah gave us this little bag that had pair of socks. Everyone's was different. This, it's a magnet for needles to like, I could just sit my needles there or whatever. My needles and scissors is kind of cool. People usually use it in the sewing world to pick up like loose needles, and a pair of scissors. So thank you for that, Sarah. And then Vicky from StitchNButton got me this bag, and there was some goodies in it. There is this beautiful thread or sorter, Vicky uses a Cricut, and so do I. So a burnisher, a set of very cool tweezers, and this right here is, let me crinkle in your ear, I should have been prepared. This is a needle holder. Yeah, so it'll hold, looks like a lipstick thing. It'll hold needles. So very cool. Thank you very much for those gifts, ladies. I need to put that together real quick so I don't lose it. My sister and I were just so happy and honored for all the belly laughs. It was just like, and to be on top of after that crappy week for both of us, it was so needed. It was so needed. All right, so while I was there, I also bought a few things from StitchNButton, and her information will be in the links below. But one of the many things that she sells are bags that I am so excited about. I have coming to me her Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas box. I believe she's still got like 2 of those left. So reach out to Vicky and StitchNButton if you want to get in on a Christmas box still. But I snagged me this bag from her pop-up sale, and this bag from her pop-up sale. Totally digging those. And then she also makes these trays. So this is like a Harry Potter themed one, but I want to put it together for you so you can see. I'm sure you've seen other people do this. It's Janet. It's a Janet function. So see, and then it sits there, and when you're stitching, it can catch your stuff. I got that one and this one. So very cool. Thank you for that, Vicki. Sammy J also had her pop-up shop there on my links below. I've always got her linked. It's the Tiny Hummingbird Stitcher, and you can get charts and floss. I think she does it all. A lot of the times hers is like she's got stuff on hand, but if you put a request in every month, she has a wish list thing to where you can say what your wish list is, and if she can get it, she gets it. So it's kind of really cool. It keeps her. Hopefully it keeps her inventory down, but it's getting us what we want. So reach out to her if there's something that you're looking for. I never need anything like immediately right now. So I'm totally cool with the fact that like I tell her I want it, she orders it. So you have to wait for the order to come in. I got plenty to stitch. So there is that also. There was a couple other pop-up shops. Valkyrie, Kat, who's the one that runs this retreat, she had fabric there. Live and Die in LA, I think that's how it is called. They had a pop-up shop there, and there was another bag maker there also. And there was a freebie table, and there was a brag table, and I didn't take any pictures. None. I have the picture of our group. That's it. Next week, I may have a little clip, if it gets sent to me in time, of all of us introducing ourselves and giving information about the retreat next year, because there's 2 of these retreats next year, one in March and again one in November. So, and anyway, when I get that information, I will definitely get it passed along. So there is that. I had a great time. There was more than just my table mates. Candy from the 614 Stitcher was there. I met a bunch of young new floss tubers that I started following, and I look so forward to going and checking out their videos. A couple of my friends, my old friends that before Flosstube, I used to stitch with on the regular before, the nasty happened in the world, and took that out, and we haven't gotten back to it yet. Let me see. A couple of stitchers that watch me on here were there. It was so much fun. So if you get a chance to do that, and for me, it was calming that it wasn't like big. So I do better at these small retreats than I do big retreats, and I do kind of gravitate that way. And you just run into different people there. So one of my friends that I met at Stitch Away was there, Corrin. So, it was fun. It was fun. So there's that. So, and I'm getting together with my local girls here on Saturday from like 10 to noon to stitch at the Stitch and Frame. So that's November the 12th. If you're in the area, come hang out with Chrissy and Chris and me are so far going to be there stitching. So come and check us out if you're going to be in town. All right. What else do I have here? Oh, I still have one more thing that I purchased. So it's my blessings for the week from Stacie Stitches Creative Studio. I got, first of all, she had a little gifts in here. She always gives. I'm dying to put that on my water bottle. Stacie, thank you for that. I'm going to show you what I got and talk about her for a minute. So there's another group of stitchers that I talk to on the regular, and we're going to do a bikini. I don't know what the hashtag is yet when I find out, but we're doing bikinis and starting them in January because, got to work on our summer bodies during the winter, right? So this is one of them. I may do both. I don't know, but this is by Meridian Designs. So teeny weeny bikini, pirate bikini, and then superhero one bikini. Love them both. So can't decide which one just yet, but I don't have to. I got time. And also, as speaking of retreats, Stacie Stitches, or Stacie Stitches Creative Studio, is doing a retreat in 2024 in the February time frame. It's called Beach Please. You can reach out to her or find it on other places on social media if you're interested in going to this retreat. For us northern people, it lets us get down to the sun during, to the warmer weathers during the mists of cold in our neck of the woods. So, all right. So that's what I have in regards to cross stitching stuff. I'm looking at some notes that I have down there. So I want to talk about a couple cool things. So I told you that I took that cookie decorating class. I also bought an extra kit to come home and practice with. Well, my daughter loved seeing it and she was like, can I practice? So I actually gave her the whole kit. She made those 5 cookies that were in that kit, and I think she's hooked on a craft. So kind of cool because it can be a craft we do together. But I described it like coloring, like you outline it and then you color in. So it just made me, it's calm. It's actually a calming event also. So, all right, calming craft also. It can be stressful when you're trying to come up with the ideas of what to do, but you can also copy ideas off of Pinterest. All right, so also I talked about the rough week, but also during the rough week, I was taking my dog on a WALK. Can't say it, she's in the room with me. And when we were doing that, there was two bluebirds, blue jays, bluebirds, I don't really know, that kept following me along the path. And I was like, okay, Mom and Dad, I see you. And then the next day, which is why the cat jumped down, because through this light, you can see our bird feeders, and that cat loves to watch the birds. The very next day, after seeing the double ones, there was one that came to my house, and it was just my sign. And it could have been nothing but Mother Nature, but for me, it was my sign. So, so that went on last week, and that was really cool. Some plans for this week are, and I can't wait to report back for you on them, not stitching related. I'm taking a 3-yard quilt class at my local store, so I will make a topper for a 3-yard quilt. Hopefully it's completely finished during that class. I don't know. I'm also getting together with my girlfriends to make the royal icing cookies for, we cooked the cookies already, but to ice them for my daughter's baby shower, which is next weekend. Yeah, there's that. And I have a couple long hour work days this week, but and hey, if you have any interest in those royal icing and you follow Vina Pfeiffer on Facebook, she's been doing these cookies forever and makes absolutely gorgeous cookies. And she shared her cookie recipe and her icing recipe this last week. So Vana is always a big heart and always sharing. So thank you for that, Vana. I've already got mine done this time, but I'll be checking your recipes out for sure. And I think, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, and that's pretty much it. If I've forgotten anything, I'll mention it next time, take notes and mention it next time. I hope you enjoyed this visit, and I will let you go on to the next one. Saying goodbye is always so hard with you guys because I love visiting with you every single week. So, but I'm going to get off of here so you can get on to the next Flosstuber. So keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.